It's no secret that all of us here at SnowTrax TV felt Skidoo's XR chassis was in need of an update. Its chubby cheeks look had become a bit long in the tooth, and it just didn't look right sitting alongside the freshly updated XS. In 2016, we got what we wanted, a complete visual overhaul of the 1200 Fortec XR chassis lineup. Visually, the results speak for themselves, but it left us curious about what had been changed and what had been left alone, both on the outside and under the hood. By now, everybody knows that the XR was what Skidoo called their 4-stroke chassis. Because the 1200 Fortec motor was so much larger than the 600 or 800cc E-Tech 2-strokes, a chassis designed specifically for the 4-stroke power plant was needed. In reality though, the XR was only marginally different than the XP under the hood. All the suspension components were the same, as was the tunnel and front clip. It was just the bulkhead and engine mounting areas that were unique. So why then did the XR have to look any different than the XP? Simply put, the engine, not the chassis, was too wide to fit inside the XP bodywork. So the XR bodywork was born and, while not necessarily the sleekest, most sporty looking plastic, the original XR body panels came with a few unexpected benefits over the XP parts. First, they provided better wind protection for your knees, and second, as a result of the first, the sled was warmer to ride. But when the XS bodywork was released, having solved many of the XP's wind protection issues, the benefits of the XR bodywork were no longer valid, so a new layout was needed. Enter the 2016 XS Fortec body, a fresh new look with some added benefits. Obviously, much of the plastic on the XS 4-stroke is exactly the same as the XS 2-stroke models. Everything down the middle of the sled is identical, with the only difference being the actual side panels themselves. And the differences here are very minor. The rear of the panel is slightly wider with a different profile and extended wings on the outer edge. At a quick glance, you'd be hard-pressed to tell the difference. A few of the other benefits of the XS Fortec update are the inclusion of the storage container above the gauge, more room for your knees when riding aggressively, and better sight lines down each side of the sled. All good things. Under the hood, the changes are minimal. Obviously, mounting the updated plastic required all new mounts and brackets, but the actual layout of the Fortec chassis remains the same. The final piece of the 2016 XS Fortec update is strictly mechanical and is designed to reduce or at least mask the infamous 1200 Fortec throttle lag. BRP's answer was to fit the 1200 Fortec models with their ITC electronic throttle control. You know, the one from the Ace that we have very mixed feelings about. The throttle is light, there's no question, and the ability to rotate the flipper to the front and use your fingers for throttle is interesting. Whether you like or dislike the feel of an electronic throttle, that's personal. But the number one complaint we hear, and we feel ourselves, is that there's a lack of connection with the sled. The throttle just doesn't feel real. It doesn't feel like you're actually interacting with the engine, and when combined with the still noticeable throttle lag, the overall feeling is very unintuitive. If we had the choice, we'd take a cable-operated throttle any day. The 2016 Fortec facelift looks great, it's functional, and it visually unifies all of Skidoo's snowmobiles. It also saves a bit of weight and includes a few new features. There's no question in our minds, this update makes all Skidoo 4-stroke snowmobiles that much better.
If you enjoyed the video that you just saw, like it and then subscribe to our page for more great content from SnowTrax TV.